Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have another book video for you guys, but this one's very exciting because it's involving the best season of the year, and that is the fall season. And I have a nice stack of books right here to talk to you guys about for all of the books that I want to read in the fall season, which they're all falling. Pun intended. But I am very excited to talk about all of these books and I cannot wait to share them with you guys. So I think what we're gonna go ahead and do is just get started because I have some really exciting ones that I need to get to already, and I just want to talk about them. So let's get started. So the first book that I have is actually a series. If you don't know, I've read the first 3 books of the Shatter Me series. I think this video is going up before my Shatter Me reading vlog, so you guys will be getting that next weekend. But I would like to finish the entire Shatter Me series. Right here I have Restore Me, which is the 4th book in the series, but I do have the rest of them right here. So we have Restore Me, Defy Me, and then also Imagine Me. And then we have the last 2 novellas as well, which is the Find Me, Bind Up, and then Believe Me. This one is my favorite cover out of all of them. It is so beautiful, and if you don't know, pink is my favorite color, so this is the last book of the entire series, so you can only imagine how excited I am for this one. But I guess we're going to be starting off strong with the last books in the entire Shatter Me series. I have loved the first 3 books. I even read the Bind Up Unite Me novella. This series is just beautiful. I freaking love it, and I cannot wait to read the rest of it. So following the path of like dystopian fantasy books, the next one I have is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I love the covers to all of these books. I actually have the limited edition Barnes & Noble's cover of the 4th book of the series, which I don't remember what it's called. I really was gonna try to say it, but then I was like, I don't know what it's called, but it's very beautiful. It's coming in today. But besides the point, this book I want to read so bad. I've heard really good things about it, and my friend, she has just told me to just go ahead, buy the box set. So I got the box set during Amazon Prime Day. I just need to read this series. I really want to try to read the first one at least before the end of the year, but I really hope it's one of those series where I just get sucked in immediately. But fantasy and dystopian books are something that I've just really been diving deep into recently, and I want to just jump right into this series because I feel like I'm missing out. I really do. But if you don't know what this book is about, if you have not seen it, it's basically a Beauty and the Beast retelling of some sort. You have Faye, and she gets captured by this magical creature, and she's taken to the High Fae Lord. Oh, it's Farah. Her name's Farah, not Faye. She gets into this land, and I think it's like an enemies to lovers kind of thing. If I'm being honest, I don't really know how to explain this book. I just know I want to read it. Still following the fantasy series, the next book that I have is a part of a 20-book series, and that is the Mortal Instrument series, which goes all into the Shadowhunters world by Cassandra Clare. I actually started this series whenever I was like a freshman in high school. I got up to the 4th book, and then I just stopped reading it because I just didn't really like it. I'm not gonna lie, I was like really confused, but then I was talking to the same friend who talked me into buying ACOTAR, and she was like, the 4th book is where everything gets really started at, and I'm like, maybe I just didn't get to that point. She was like, yeah, you probably didn't. So I decided to buy a box set of the Mortal Instruments, which is the first 6 books in this series. I'm gonna try to start it this season because I really want to get into this world. I know it's like a huge series, but I kind of want to get into it because I have the Mortal Instruments, which is 6 books, and I have Infernal Devices back at my apartment in Pennsylvania. I know that there's like the Chain of Gold kind of series spin-off thing and something else, but I really want to try to get into the series because it's huge and people seem to really love it, and I just want to get it all. I want to understand everything in the series. So yeah, I have the first one right here, which is City of Bones, and basically you have this girl named Clary Frey. She lives in Manhattan, and then she's drawn to the Shadowhunters. She can basically see these people whenever she goes out with her friend Simon, and Simon's like, what are these people? Oh, I don't know who you're talking about. And she's like, they're right there, but he can't see them, but she can because she is a Shadowhunter and just doesn't know it. There's a subplot of romance in here as well. I watched the show. I'm literally editing this video the same day that I filmed it. And I want to know, where did that thought come from? Like, I was talking about the subplot of romance, and then I immediately jumped to, I watched the show. Like, where was my train of thought for that?
I don't know.
That's how I know about the series in the first place. I actually watched the first 2 seasons of the show, which the show does not do the books justice. I know that for a fact because I like the books better than the show whenever I was watching and reading at the same time, but I want to try to get back into it. So this is going to be the last book for my fantasy kind of genre. It's one that is very beloved in the fall and we know it very much, and that is a Twilight book. Right here I have Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. This is Twilight, but in Edward's point of view. It's literally 800 pages long. Like, this book is thick. This is the thickest book that I own, I think. This is the thickest one that I own, but one that is really close is After We Fell from the After series by Anna Todd. I need to read this book this season. I just need to. Like, fall season is meant for Twilight. I don't really love the cover and I wish it matched my other ones. I wish it wasn't as small as it is because it's kind of a small book and that's what makes it super thick, but nonetheless I am going to be reading it. But yeah, I don't think this is going to be one of those books where I sit down and try to finish the entire thing before moving on. I think this has to be one of the books that I read and then have like a book in between whenever I kind of don't want to be reading this one because of how thick it is. Like, it's 800 pages and I know I'm going to need some in-between books for this book. So this is one that I'm going to be trying to work on through October. I need to read it. So now that we're done with our like fantasy dystopian genre, I have 2 from the fiction genre, which I don't usually read fiction, guys. I'm a very big romance reader, or I'm like fantasy with a heavy plot of romance, like fantasy romance. So it's crazy that I do have 2 fiction books for my TBR this fall, but they just scream fall, and I've had these books on my shelves since like January and I've waited till fall specifically to read these. And the first one is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I've actually had this on my shelf for years and I just haven't read it, but it's so tiny that I just need to read it. And I also have the DVD, which I have not watched yet because I haven't read the book. I really want to watch the movie and I want to read the book, and I figured, why not? Let's actually read a classic. It's just iconic and I need to read it and I want to understand it, and I never got to read it in high school because of COVID, so I say let's read it. I don't really have much to talk about for that one, but this next one I'm so excited to read. Like, this is probably going to be one of the most exciting books I read in October, and that is The Ninth House by Leah Bardugo. This book, oh my goodness, I've heard so many good things about this book. I see it all over Pinterest, I see it all over Instagram, and it's just so beautiful. I got the cover with the orange snake on it, and I know there's one with like a black and white snake, but I really love the orange snake. I love the way that the orange like pops out on this cover, and I need some water. So this book is about a girl who goes to Yale and she is hoping for a fresh start, and she gets to go to Yale with a free ride, but it comes with a catch. She has to be a part of this secret society and like report back to the head of whoever is making her do this, and just try to figure out all the secrets because there's a dead girl on campus and they want her to figure out if this secret society is a part of it. It's dark academia, it's a kind of mystery feel to it, and at Yale it like gives me Gilmore Girl vibes if it was like dark academia. That's mainly why I want to read it. I've heard that there's a little bit of romance in here. I don't know how true that is, but I just want to read it because I want to be completely into this story. I just want to feel like I'm there. You know, I want to be part of this. I want to be part of the fun. So we're going to read it. We're going to do it. So the last 3 books are some romances that I really, really want to make a priority for this season. Obviously, I'm going to be continuing the Addicted series. I don't think I really need to put that in here, but I will be still reading that one because I'm going to finish it by the end of the year. But other than that, the next one that I want to read is Magnolia Parts by Jessa Hastings. This is pretty much Gossip Girl but set in London is what I've heard, and I know that this like revolves around a toxic relationship. Kind of gives me Chuck and Blair vibes. I love the books after because I think they're purely funny and just there for entertainment, and so that's kind of the vibes I get from Magnolia Parks, and I'm so excited to be a part of the series. I've seen like great reviews on it and I've also seen bad reviews on it, so I want to know my opinion on it. So I bought all 3 books, so I will be reading all 3 books just because I need to. And the covers, like, I've never seen such a more beautiful cover on it. This right here gives me Hogwarts vibes. Fun fact, I'm actually a Slytherin, which a lot of people are like, I figured you would be like in Gryffindor or Hufflepuff. I'm like, no, I'm a Slytherin. This has just been going around Bookstagram so much. I've seen it so much that I just love the covers of every single one of the books. I just needed them. So I got them and I'm going to read them. And even like the spines are just beautiful. They're soft, fit so nice, and they have text messages in them. what else do I need from a book? I don't know. The second to last one that is on my TBR this fall is A Hate Like This by Violet Bloom. This book is bad girl, good boy trope. You have grumpy sunshine, but the girl is grumpy, the guy is sunshine, and I love these kind of books so much. And I saw this one day on Instagram and I was like, purchase. I literally instantly put it in my cart and bought it. So you have Haley Winters. She is the daughter of a leader of a gang, secret class valedictorian, living with so many secrets. And then you have Will Roberts, who's the son of a sheriff, a football player, and just wants to be the next town sheriff. They're enemies, so it's also an enemies to lovers. They have hated each other for years, since kindergarten. And then something happens and everything changes for them. They become enemies with benefits. They hate each other, and there's no chance of them catching feelings for each other until they do. But Haley has so many secrets, and Will does not want to lose her. Just this entire book, I'm so excited. I need to start reading it now. Every single time I read the back of this book, I just fall in love with it and I want to read it so fast. So honestly, maybe I will. But yeah, if you're looking for enemies to lovers, bad girl, good boy, enemies with benefits, all those tropes, pick up this book. I haven't read it yet, but I really have high hopes for this book, which I hope doesn't let me down. And then the last book that I have for my TBR this fall is Stay With Me by Nicole. I don't know how to say her last name, I'm so sorry. But this is a 3-book series, so you have Stay With Me, Even When I'm Gone, and then also Now Open Your Eyes. I know this 19-year-old girl goes to university in the UK. It doesn't say it's a mafia romance, but it kind of gives off those vibes. They call it a reformatory college in the UK that house deranged and dangerous young adults who've used the private institution as their own personal playground. And then she meets this guy called Ollie, and he has tattoos, voice of a poet, and she's drawn to him. Stuff goes down, I guess, which just gives me like the fall/winter vibes. I don't know, dark academia kind of vibes. That's what I get from this book. And it's also a 3-book series. It's a trilogy, so it wraps up real nice is what I'm hoping it does. But yeah, very excited. So these are all the books that I'm going to be reading this fall. Look at them. Aren't they beautiful? They just... Oh, one fell. That's fine. Great Gatsby can fall. Look at it! Ah! I'm so happy right now. So yeah, these are all the books I want to read this fall. It seems like a lot, especially because most of these are series, but I'm really hoping that I'll at least be able to get through the first book of each one by the end of this year. Seems like a lot, but that's because it is. But hopefully it won't be. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe right down below. I would love it if you joined us. But hopefully I'll be doing more book videos. Hopefully I'll get more vlogs out to you guys because I've been trying to vlog. But yeah, so that is this video. That's the end of it. Let me know what is on your fall TBR for this season, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. I love you all, and peace out.